Welcome traders, this is Chris here at thetradingmentors.com, your head trader, head coach. Hope you're having a wonderful weekend. I'm delighted to welcome you to the weekly Forex Forecast, where we're going to go along all the markets that are trending and give you my full technical analysis and go through each one to see where there's correlation, where there's parabolic trends, and where are the best trades for the next week starting the 20th of November. So put your feet up, grab a coffee and enjoy the next 15 minutes or so, where we'll be covering trend following systems, order blocks, fair value gaps, market structure using parabolic trends, technical analysis, how to trade Forex trading, gold trading, and of course oil trading as well. And if you become a member, we talk about my analysis every day during the New York session. So this is the DXY 103.81. It finished it on Friday. It's broken this structure here. It's broken the 50 EMA, so its further downward momentum is likely. So weaker dollar equals higher prices for euro dollar, pound dollar, and so on. So we'll be going through the parabolic trends on those in the next few minutes and give you targets. So in this instance here, the DXY is broken this trend line. There is a little bit of support. It reached our target of 104.12 from last week's weekly Forex forecast. And today's target for this week is 102.05. Onto the yen futures. We use the yen futures not to trade, but to give us an idea of where the yen pairs are going. We've done really well in the last week or so, over 600 pips on the pound yen and the euro yen. They're no longer parabolic. So we've banked our money and happy days. Congratulations to members. So in this Japanese yen futures, we can see there is market structure to the downside below the 50 EMA. And you can see this trend line here, which is automatically drawn to discover where the trends are using the Advanced Pro charts. But as we can see, there's a mixed, the buyers and sellers are fighting against each other at the moment in the yens. So it's not clear as to which direction it's going. More than likely heading south. So my target is 65.08, but it's not parabolic. In other words, not all the sellers are in yet. The MACD is mixed, everything is mixed, so the yens are not my favorite trades for this week. I've jumped on to Bitcoin. I'll come to the indices in a moment. So this is Bitcoin. Congratulations, we had over 5,000 pips on Bitcoin in the last few weeks. Now it's thinking about where it goes. The last week it's just been fighting against each other to see whether the buyers and the sellers are coming in. So it's holding on to this market structure quite clearly. You can see this line here. And our target for this week is $40,000. The alternative, of course, if it breaks this line, then we need to think about another target, which is going to be 29,899. Now the Dow Jones is parabolic. In other words, all the buys are in and the charts agree that it's going up. However, it's reaching a double top now, treble top, as you can see here, which is an important order block here. So the price has to, in order to continue, has to stay on this trend line here and move up. However, I think there's a strong possibility that there's going to be some kind of retracement. So as this price breaks this trend line, then it's going to target 33,992. The S&P 500 is very similar. As you can see, the Dow Jones tends to lead the way across the world. So if the Dow Jones is going to give way at the triple top, then we'll likely see a pullback on all indices. So all the indices are very mixed. This is parabolic. This reached our target of 45.44, and I didn't quite actually reach the target of 45.44. Actually, that is a massive trend line there going back several months, and highly likely to go on to 45.44 before it rolls back down again. Another triple top, if you like. So technically this has gone far enough, and we have to wait for the price to see where it goes next. And of course, with the daily video analysis from members, If you want to become a member, it's free. Just look on the links below, and I'll do my analysis every day to tell you what's moving, and we do look for very big targets. Congratulations to members who are trading oil. I know some of you have done really well, making a lot of money, so well done to you using the oil software. The market structure for this is clear to see. Downward momentum is likely. It hit the target of 77.80 from the week before. We had a target of 72.65, which I think might have got hit, I don't know, but nonetheless we are expecting a pull back. Where is it now? $76.41. So around here. Yeah, so it's pulled back already. So we do expect this price to continue. As long as it establishes and continues this downtrend during this market structure, then we can expect this to continue. And $72.65 is the target if it's not been hit already. And then on to $68. I've done a daily analysis on YouTube. Have a look at that, and gave you the support and resistance areas. Quite clear to see here, isn't it? This trend line here, for this to go up, needs to be broken. Of course, then upward it goes again. In the meantime, we are looking for shorts. On the hourly, there are some very important support areas. Have a look at that video. I've done that on YouTube as well. That will help you to discover where next. But as long as this price, this market structure is held, then we do expect this channel, which is what it is, to continue down to 1947. Congratulations if you are trading Eurodollar. Many members are. All of you should be. But as you can see here, this is now broken the downtrend. We had a take profit here on one of the systems, and then a pull back, and then the price has started to move up. We do have a big target of 11200, so that's another 300 pips or so. So any kind of pullback on the lower time frame is going to be highly profitable. So something like this down to this support area here. At any stage, this trend line you can see clearly up to 11200. The pound USD and the weakness, the correlation of the DXY going weak as it is technically, then of course will drive the pound USD higher, Euro USD higher, US Swiss lower, US yen lower, US Canadian lower, etc. That's the correlation, and you just cherry pick the trades during the week, and I'll analyze those for you. And if you want Forex signals, then I'm doing them free for 7 days. If you want to link in the description, have a look there. And also free membership as well, so have a look at the links below. So the pound USD, there is a bit of resistance here, isn't there, as you can see on this order block, but I think that the trend is going to continue. We do have all the buyers in, which this is confirmed. The MACD now above the 0 line, so that indicates further strength, so we have no doubt about that. But I suspect we are going to get a pullback to 12400, somewhere around that in the next few days, probably Monday, where it will bounce off this trend line. It's a long-term trend line. So this support area here will be highly significant, and this will be a good FVG area. The fair value gap is probably there on the lower time frame anyway. And you're looking for price value. The price value is really important, especially within the trend. Any kind of pullback gives you a better value at these areas. And all you're doing is looking for an engulfing candle or some reversal at this point here. We can cover that every day. Aussie USD is fighting with that trend line, as you can see on the Advanced Pro charts. So the market structure is certainly to the upside. So as long as we've got this market structure, you can see the trend line forming here. And you can see it's above the 50 EMA, so there's strength in the market, and all the buyers are in. The MACD is up, so that's fine. Any kind of pullback back down to this area here, 64.15, somewhere around there, is going to be a fantastic buying area on the lower time frame. So again, when the Forex signal comes in, I will be sending it into the room, and any kind of change, I'll send it into the VIP room for members as well. Now, I did say that the yen futures are mixed, and that's fair enough. We tend to stay away from yens when we don't have a correlation with the yen futures, because once we get correlation with the yen futures, then of course we're off to the races. We know that the prices are going much, much higher or lower, doesn't matter which way they go, but nonetheless gives us better information and high value trades. The exception is the Aussie yen. This looks interesting to say the least. All the buyers are in. So as an odd one in the yens, this is one to look out for. I also mentioned this with the New Zealand yen, which does the same thing in the Forex signals group. So this is what we expect. The price actually is bouncing off this trend line here, as you can see. Let me zoom in a bit. And you can see it's bouncing off this several times and failing to go lower. If it decides to hold on to market structure, then of course we can have a target of 99.34 and then on to 102.75. Now the 102.75 is based upon the yen futures collapsing. So if that does happen in the next few days, then of course we'll be straight back into the yens. Now the pound yen, I did put a video onto YouTube. Have a look at that. It's quite interesting. It's not parabolic. The price is highly likely to fall over and pull back, but there's a very high significant trend line here acting as support, and it's going to be convergence. Convergence really gives you high value in terms of getting into a position where there is a number of events coming together. Convergence rather than divergence. So as the price moves down, 183.50 is the target. So any kind of price at that level, I'm going to put an alert on there for members. So as that comes to my email, then I will throw that into the VIP room for members. So that being the case, if it holds on to market structure to the upside, I think then there's going to be a buying opportunity here. And the target is going to be 198, a nice big number. We've been holding on to the pound Canadian for some time now, haven't we, members? So just continue to hold. The key is to hold on to your profitable positions as long as possible. I know it seems counterintuitive almost that you want to take your profits off, but please don't. Manage the position so that you can, we're at zero risk, have been for zero risk for some time, but the price is holding on to market structure. So as you can see, this trend line, that is your market structure to the upside. That is the trend. Now the long-term trend, of course, is there is a massive trend line going down. So this could change around quite quickly, but we have to trade with what we see, not what we think. We can't predict it to roll over. We have to go with the market structure, and that is saying buy, buy, buy. So there is a triple top, if you like. That is a trend line there to 172.40. So there's profits left in this. So I do expect to pull back down to this area here. High value. Remember, your risk reward will be massive. Euro Canadian and Pound Canadian do the same thing. Of course, that's how it works, generally speaking. Choose one, don't choose both. Same with Aussie Canadian as well. That's trending, but don't choose all three. You're risking 3 times as much money than you need to. But in this case, the Euro Canadian is exactly the same position. If you prefer this, then fine. Market structure is to the upside. We have all the buyers in, so there is an opportunity here. A pullback is highly likely down to 148.34, and then it may come in a bit deeper, but that trend line will probably hold on. May come into a bit deeper there. We'll keep an eye on that. Let me put alert there as well, and I'll throw that into the VIP room. And target is 151. Aussie Canadian, exactly the same. Exactly the same. They're doing all the same things. So take your pick. Target 90.41. Pound Swiss, I'm showing you this one. It's not parabolic to the downside, but we have a break of structure, a BOS to the downside, and a break of this trend line as well. It's a nice combination, actually. So we do expect to pull back up to this area here of 105.55. Let's put an alert there. And it comes to my email. I'll just send it to you. But the target for this week is 108.66. It's not parabolic yet, but it could be Monday. So look out for that. That could be interesting. And that may correlate with the Swiss franc futures as well. Euro Aussie, keep an eye on this one. This is interesting. All the buys are in, and continued upward momentum is likely. We do have market structure to the upside, as you can see. As long as it holds on to that area there and above the 50 EMA, then there's a lot of lines saying there's resistance, but I think the trend will actually outweigh that. The target is 169.95. So just to remind you, Aussie yen to the upside, Euro Canadian to the upside, Pound Canadian to the upside. Don't trade them all. Euro Aussie to the upside, Pound USD, don't ignore these. Euro USD is my favorite trade of the week, so look out for that. There's going to be 200 or 300 pips to be had. Oil to the downside, and that's it pretty much, really. The indices are mixed and the yens are mixed, so we'll leave them alone this week. Unless things have changed, of course, then I'll let members know. Have a wonderful weekend.